Hello everybody. Once again, Justin Pontarelli here of the Living Sword Ministries. Look at my hair, it's a mess. Yes, it's one of those videos, so if you're not interested in any type of theology, Christian beliefs versus Muslim beliefs, etc., this is not the video for you. I'd recommend you click off right now. Dislike the video maybe to let YouTube know you don't like this kind of stuff. You gotta remember, this is a variety channel, not just a gaming channel, so you'll get this once in a while from me. But if you're willing to learn something new, or at least, look at a different perspective on things, stay tuned. You might like it, who knows. I'm gonna try to keep it relatively short, so, hang in there, sports fans. One moment. A little goop in my, I don't know, feels goopy. Anyway, okay. So what's this about? So every now and then I'm going on to Christian versus Muslim channels where the Christians are attempting to show Muslims a few things. And Muslims have this tendency, not all of them, but a few of them that I've encountered, to be a little intellectually dishonest. And there's this fella, I'm going to show you right now who he is, because, you know what, at this point, he wants exposure, I'm going to give it to him. Aaron H. starts off by saying, "Message to Christians from God." Now, I'm going to read what he says in full, but I'm going to summarize it first, then you guys can decide if I've summarized properly or not. Let me put this over here first, too, and then move this little blippy thing. Put that up there. That's better. Okay. Drink of water. So, what's he say? Okay. What does he say? He says that in an Arabic version of the Bible, you're going to see the word Allah where it says God. And he's probably not wrong. We can probably double check this, and we will for the sake of the video. What's his point? His point is that even according to the Arabic Bible, God's name is Allah, therefore every Christian should become Muslim as soon as possible and go to paradise because of Allah, I guess. I think that's the gist of it. So, before we go any further, gotta do my intro properly, right? Hey, people are known on YouTube by their intros and outros. Gotta get mine right. Let's do this right. Real proud of this, you know what I'm saying? Grab a pen or pencil. Get out some note paper. Grab your favorite Bible. And prepare to take notes. Without any further ado, let's get rid of my ugly face. There, now that he's gone. Okay. What does Aaron say first of all, before we get into the meat of the discussion, okay? And guys, I'll be drinking throughout this video because I'm getting dehydrated. I can feel my energy levels just dropping rapidly. That's usually the first sign that I'm going to have a brain malfunction, which could lead to an epileptic seizure. I do take my meds, so I should be fine, but I'm going to avoid a seizure because that's just not good. So instead of napping and giving into it, I need to force myself to stay awake and drink some water, and this is one way of doing it. So here's a video for you. Aaron says, "Message to Christians from God. O mankind." Let me just double check to see if this is the right one. Is it? Yes. Okay, just had a double check. O mankind. The messenger, in other words, Muhammad, according to what they believe. I'm sorry. It's going to be very tempting for me to paraphrase, but I just wanted to preface this by saying, when he says messenger, he means Muhammad, at least according to the Quran. And if they say God, he means Allah, according to the Quran. With that out of the way, I'll continue. "Has come to you with the truth from your Lord, so believe. It is better for you But if you disbelieve, then indeed to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and earth, and ever is Allah knowing and wise. Okay. Well, people of the scripture, that's Christians. Sorry, again paraphrasing, but if you ask what that is, it's pretty much Christians. It might be Jews too, I'm not really sure. Okay. Do not commit excess in your religion or say about Allah except the truth. The Messiah, Jesus the Son of Mary, was but a messenger of Allah, and his word, which he directed to Mary, and a created spirit from him. So believe in Allah and his messengers, and do not say 3, desist. It is better for you. Indeed, Allah is but one. Allah? Sorry, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. A deity or God. Exalted is he above having a son. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, and sufficient is Allah as disposer of affairs. Never would the Messiah disdain to be a servant of Allah, nor would the angels near to him. And whoever disdains his worship and is arrogant, he will gather them to himself altogether. And as for those who believed and did righteous deeds, he will give them in full their rewards, and grant them extra from his bounty. But as for those who disdained and were arrogant, he will punish them with a painful punishment, and they will not find for themselves besides Allah any protector or helper. Sorry, more water. Okay, going on. O mankind, there has come to you a conclusive proof from your Lord, and we have sent down to you a clear light. So those who believe in Allah and hold fast to him, he will admit them to mercy from himself and bounty and guide them to himself on a straight path. And then he gives, I don't know, a reference. It looks like he's saying this is from Surah 4, 170 through 175. Okay. From Arabic, now he's going to the Bible. Okay. Here's where things get a little tricky. Okay. This is where things get a little intellectually dishonest on his part. All right. But you guys can decide that for yourself. You don't have to agree with me. That's up to you. Doesn't matter. I just want to point this out. Okay. Because he thinks he has something. Now I'll continue. From Arabic translations of the Bible, you can find online Allah. Look in the parentheses. I'm going to zoom in if I can. I can't. Okay, that's fine. But it gives you the Arabic right there. What for the word Allah? Okay, is the creator of the heavens and the earth in Genesis 1:1. Indeed, your Rab, Lord, is Allah, who created the heavens and earth. From the Quran in Surah 754. Allah, I don't know, refers to God in Aramaic. Aramaic is a language believed to be spoken by Jesus. Aramaic is a Semitic language having similarities with Hebrew and Arabic. Okay, so what's this man saying? He's saying, look at this. In the Bible, in the Aramaic, in the Arabic, it's going to say Allah. Okay, what's his point? He says, look, God is Allah, you worship Allah. Become a Muslim. Because apparently in his, I think his whole spiel is based upon the fact that he wants us to believe that Christians worship Allah, and we're just confused about it. We just don't know it. We're just worshiping Allah all this time, and we just don't know it. And suddenly, if we know it, we can become Muslims and everything's okay, right? Okay. But this is where the intellectual dishonesty comes in. We're going to get to that. Okay. So what I'm going to do, though, is we're first going to check out his claim in Genesis 1:1. Hold on. All right, so this might work. Notice where it says Arabic, and obviously it says Genesis. Let me see if I can use a little drawing tool. See that? Arabic. Can I get rid of that? I don't know. There you go, I got rid of it. Cool. So, oh, do it again. Arabic, right there. Genesis 1:1, and the verse is here. Cool, huh? And I can't read that, so let's kind of pull up what that says. Copy. And our lovely Google Translator, Arabic to English. Click down below, and it should give us, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Lo and behold, there you are. Now, does this verse contain the word God and or contain the word Allah? And the answer is technically yes. Okay, let's go back. Now, technically the answer is yes, because the word for God in Arabic is right there. I've studied enough to know what this is. I'll show you where that is too, okay? And there we go. The word Allah, right there in Arabic. Which may or may not be identical to the word for God, but, you know, realistically it's close enough, okay? There's, it's pretty much like a little W with like a line after it, with like a little W symbol on top. That's the basic way to apparently write it. Now, again, I'm realistically a novice when it comes to all this, but it doesn't take a lot to make a point. It's very easy, even for a novice, to look and say, okay, here's the word for Allah, right? Well, that's the Arabic for Allah. Now, however, you got to realize something, guys. When you go to the Bible, okay, let's open up a new tab for this. Okay. Now we're going to go to the classic King James. Stick with me, okay? I know this isn't exactly the most entertaining thing ever, okay? But if you're a Christian and you're being bombarded by this argument, it's really easy to prove this, you know, to prove this whole Muslim argument wrong. There's an even simpler way to do it than this, but if they're using this particular version of the argument, then you can say, hey, you're not being honest here, okay? Look, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Everyone knows this. If you're a Christian, you've read the Bible, you know this, okay? Then suddenly a Muslim's going to come up to you and say, well, look at this, though. Okay, it says right there in the Aramaic, Allah. I'm not denying that. Okay. You go here, look at that. We go back, boom, there you go. English, Arabic. Okay? No problem. It's Allah. We understand that. We're not debating this fact. However, in the Bible, the word God is not being used as a proper name. God's name in the Bible is not God. So, this argument breaks down really quickly and simply when we consider one simple thing. What does the Bible, even in the Arabic, give for God's name? Let's go back. Okay. Now, I have this pulled up from something else I was doing earlier. And again, just for reference, if you can see it. Okay, sorry. We don't need this, do we? I'm not sure why this is here. So there before, I don't really know. Anyway. Okay, again, Genesis 1:1. See, right there. And right there again is the word Allah. All right. Does that mean anything? No. God is simply like a title. The word God is a title. It's not God's name. How do we know this? Piece of cake. Watch this. Okay. Now, I don't speak Arabic, or either one of the two, right? This is not my language. But if you know, okay, if you know what the word Allah looks like, we've already looked at it, right? It basically looks like a little squiggly line here, which goes into a W with a little L after it, with like a little weird symbol up on top of it. And if you look for this in this, you won't find it. Okay? You're not gonna find it. Alright? Alright. Now... Okay, we're gonna have to copy this real quick, so bear with me here. It gets a little tricky. Because the reason this is tricky is because there, well actually, okay. Because they kind of write backwards. At least, you know, according to our standards, right? There you go, copy. Okay, watch this. Piece of cake, right? Piece of cake. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, please. All right. And we're going to stick that in here. All right, now watch this. And there we go. Just like that. That's simple. Again, this is Isaiah 42:8 from the Bible. Or I should say specifically from an Arabic translation of the Bible. What does it say? I am Yahweh, and this is my name. I will not give my glory to another, nor my dignity to idols. Okay? Now the King James, what do we have? I am the Lord, that is my name. Okay? Now if you look in the original Greek, the words capital L-O-R-D would be the Tetragrammaton. You're going to get the 4 characters of the Tetragrammaton. Okay? That's all it is. It's the Lord's name. Okay, this was a clever way, apparently the story goes, for the name of the Lord not to be, or the name of God to not be misused, so they made it difficult to read. Okay? So in Bibles where they don't use the actual name, it just says Lord. I am the Lord. That is my name. Okay? Now you go to one of my favorite Bibles. Come on now. There we go. I am Jehovah. That is my name. Okay, in my opinion, maybe even better Bible, but not necessarily, is Rotherham's Emphasized Bible. Okay? I like this one because you can actually get God's name out of it as well. Let's see here. We're in Isaiah now. Doing this online because, well, either that or break up my own Bibles and just, you know, invert the camera. But I really don't want to. 42, verse 8. There you go, right there. See how it kind of highlights the verse for you, right? Perfect. I am Yahweh. That is my name. And my glory to another will I not give, nor my praise to images. What is God's name? Yahweh, Jehovah, you name it. It does not say Allah, right? Okay. Let's not say Allah. Going back here. Aramaic. Easy to read. There it is. Isaiah 42:8. Sorry, not Aramaic. In the Arabic. Again, right there. Look for a symbol that looks kind of like this. And is it in there? The answer is no. It is not. That's not it. That's not it. Or is that, or that, or that. Or that, or that, or that, or that. That, or that, or that. Skim it, right? It's not there. Okay. Again, go back here. This is the same verse. Isaiah 42:8. Putting it through the Google Translator. And it's I am Yahweh. Or Yahweh. And this is my name. I will not give my glory to another, nor my dignity for idols. Okay? Very clear, even in the Arabic version of the Bible, that God's name, God is speaking in this whole thing here. I might be asking, how do we know this is actually God speaking, and not someone else named Yahuwah? Good question, right? Probably should, tackle that first. As always, context, correct? Need context. Great, let's get some context. It's only like, what, 8 verses in, right? Now I'm getting all lost here for some reason. Why am I getting lost? Is my brain that fried, or do they just take out the King James? Like, I'm not a King James onlyist, but I like to read from it because it's a classic. There it is. Right there. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth the judgment to the Gentiles. Let's see here. Basically, he's talking about... Oh, no, there we go. Jesus. Yeah, he is talking about Jesus, but that's another whole nother topic. And here's how we know. It starts right there. Thus saith God the Lord. Okay. Etc., etc., etc. And he continues, I am the Lord. See? So God, the Lord, speaking says, I am the Lord, that is my name. Right? In Isaiah 42, verse 8. Okay? God speaking identifies himself with a tetragrammaton, which translates into Yahweh or Jehovah. Then you go back to the Arabic to nail the point home for the home run. Okay. And guys, you decide. Do you see this symbol? Actually, let me do this first. Let's do this first. Double check. Okay. There's Allah in Arabic. Right? Like I said, my horrible impression of it. Like a little P backwards, little W symbol, little symbol on top, and then like a little line. It's my best drawing of it. It's right there. Ignore my scribble. Right? It's right there. Okay? Okay. Go back, go to images, and oops. Hold on. No. Give me a good version of it. Just give me a nice simplistic version of it. Doesn't need to be complicated, guys. Okay. So, again, it's... Oh, no, this is... No, sorry, this is like a really good one right here, in my opinion. Perfect. See that symbol? That's Allah. That's how you would, write it in Arabic. Okay? That being known, again, go here, read through this, Isaiah 42:8. Where does it appear? It doesn't. It doesn't say his name is Allah. It doesn't say that. It gives a different name. Okay. But, in my opinion, it still remains the simplest way to tell a Muslim, if they try to make you believe that you worship the same God as them, simple way to do it is right here. Surah 112, verse 3. He begets not, nor was he begotten. What's this talking about? This is talking about Allah. Very simple. Allah begets not, nor was he begotten. And right now I'm on a page, okay, that gives you multiple translations of the same verse in the Quran, and they all basically say the same thing, okay? And there might even be one where there's the word Allah in parentheses. But there might not be either, but that's okay. It really doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. Okay. Verses. Yep. Maybe you saw this coming already. John 3:16. What does God do according to the Bible? He has an only begotten Son. He gave only begotten Son. God in the Bible has an only begotten Son. Wow, huh? Did the Allah of the Quran have one of those? No, he doesn't. So, go to Genesis 1:1. In the Arabic, find no problem. It says Allah, right? It's right about here. Technically, it's the word for God, but you could also argue it says Allah, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm not here to argue that point. Okay? Okay, cool, right? All right, no problem. Images. Bam. There you go. Word for Allah. No problem. Okay? Go to Isaiah 42:8. See? At the top. Arabic. Okay. So let's zoom in again. So, at this point I'm just beating a dead horse, just so you've understood. And this is really, in my opinion, more for the benefit of Muslims than it is for Christians. And realistically, it's only for Christians who are a little confused by the argument that Muslims might want to put forth. Okay? So, if they want to say to you, well, our gods are the same, you can say, well, is your God Jesus Christ? They're going to say no. Does your God beget offspring? That's what the word beget means. It means to have offspring. Okay. Well, then if they know their Quran, they're going to say no, he doesn't. Okay. Well, our God does, according to John 3:16. He's got an only begotten Son. Beget basically meaning to have offspring. Okay. And the Quran is Allah, God's name? Yeah, according to the Quran, it's his name, yeah. What is his name according to the Bible? Right? Isaiah 42:8. Right? Yahweh. I am Yahweh, he says. That is my name. Okay. Now, if you can pick up a version of the Bible that says Jehovah, that's not the point. The point is not whether it's Jehovah or Yahweh or even something altogether different. The point is it's not Allah. Okay. Allah begets not, nor is he begotten. God has an only begotten Son. In Isaiah 42:8, the God of the Bible gives us his name. It's not Yahweh. It's that simple. Okay? Okay. Got another little guzzle of water here. And let me just double check. I want to tackle anything else. So, as far as our as far as Aaron's argument here, okay, where he does go right into Genesis 1:1, okay, again admitting that, yeah, sure, no problem, I totally admit it. The word Allah is apparently right there. Although technically, if you run it through a translator, on Google it's just going to say God in the translation. It's not going to say Allah. I've done that too, but even for the sake of argument, cool, the word Allah is there in Genesis 1:1. Okay? Refers to God in Aramaic, blah, 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 blah. Cool. That's not the problem. The problem is the Bible actually gives a proper name. It's not Allah. So, what this whole thing is an intellectually dishonest argument designed to trick a new Christian, or a Christian who's having trouble with his faith, or kind of swaying between wanting to become a Muslim and wanting to stay Christian. This is designed to attack those people who are like, hey, maybe Allah is actually God, and then you read this and you go, oh man, this guy has a point, he's right. It looks like Allah is God, because the Arabic translation uses that word in Genesis 1:1. Okay? Right there. Okay? But as I point out later, okay, Allah begets not, nor is he begotten. That's in the Quran. That's basic Muslim theology 101. John 3:16, God gave his only begotten Son. Okay? You get down to Isaiah 42:8. Okay? We've already read through that in Arabic. I mean, I didn't read through it because I can't read Arabic, but we can look at the little words, and none of them use the word for Allah. Okay? And it, again, Isaiah 42:8, even if you take the Arabic, run it through a translator, nowhere does it use the word Allah. Right? Okay, cool. And that's it. So you might ask then, why is the word Allah coming up though in Genesis 1:1 in an Arabic translation? Because right there, Allah seems to only mean God or the God in an Arabic translation of the Bible. It's not being used as a proper noun or a proper name. God gives his proper name in Isaiah 42:8. Right there. And this is my name. Boom, it's right there. All right. Guys, my brain's kind of recirculating thoughts because I'm having some trouble. Okay, it's kind of like a lead-in into like epilepsy issues. So I'm gonna shut up now because I think we're good here. I think the horse is dead, right? Have we beaten the horse enough? Is it dead yet? Okay. So yeah, it's dead. Okay. All right, guys. So Aaron, if you end up watching this, buddy, I just want you to know that this is intellectually dishonest of you. I know what the strategy's used for. You're trying to fool Christians who don't know any better. In reality, just kind of bolster the belief of Muslims who want to repeat the argument that Allah is the God of the Bible. But clearly, Surah 1123 versus John 3:16. Look up Isaiah 42:8 in the Arabic. There's your answer. They're not the same. The Allah of the Quran is not the God of the Bible. The God of the Bible has a proper name. It's not Allah. And with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, great. If not, smash that thumbs down as hard as possible and just, please and thank you, just tell me why. Questions, comments, and polite constructive criticism down below. Would appreciate it. No big deal if not. You can always just walk away and don't say a thing. That's cool too. If you're a Muslim and you disagree with how I've presented this, let me know what your objection is. I'm not trying to attack your God. I'm not trying to attack your beliefs. I'm just trying to correct something that I find to be intellectually dishonest. I'm not claiming that the God of the Bible is Allah. Okay, you're not going to see me doing that. I think it's very intellectually dishonest, considering the facts of both books, to claim that we worship the same God. Now, if your argument is that we're worshiping the same God, but we're just confused about the details, that's a different story. It really is. And I know that that's probably the real argument. But in the Bible, it's very clear when the proper name is given in verses such as Isaiah 42:8, you really can't dismiss that. And if I was to ask you, is your God Jesus? Your honest answer is no. The Bible, let's before we go anywhere else, let's finish this real quick. Make this really clear. Hold on. Okay. Ignore me itching my nose. It's itchy. Probably like little hairs into it. I gotta probably clean this up a little bit. Alright. This has already dragged on too long, so... Okay. This is for Muslims. If I ask you, is your God Jesus? If you're honest, you'll say no. This is what the Bible says. In John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay? Make this simple, visually. If you're visual, Word, God. Okay? The Word's God. The Word is identified as God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him. The Word. This is about the Word. That's the subject of this paragraph. All things were made by Him, not by a word, not by he's given a pronoun. The Word is given a pronoun. Him. It's a pronoun. Cool, huh? Yeah, I know. And without Him was not anything made that was made. He's the Creator. In Him was life. And the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man, sent from God, whose name was John. Okay? The same came for witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world... Spammers. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become sons of God, even to them that believeth on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And this is the clincher. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father. full of grace and truth. This verse is called the bookend to the whole John 1 thing. It's the bookend. That's what it is. John 1 is the beginning of the idea, and 14 finishes it off. So just in case you were confused, like, who is the Word? It can't be Jesus. It is. This is all about Jesus. He was the Word made flesh. Okay? The rest of John basically talks about Jesus all the time. Okay? So... Anyway. Oh, see? Right there. 29. The next day John seeth Jesus. Confused? Hopefully not anymore. If you're a Muslim, ask yourself this. Is my God Jesus? No, right? Didn't think so. Our gods are not the same. My God's name, according to the version of the Bible I like to read from, okay, uses the name Yahweh or Jehovah, not Allah. Go to the Arabic, go to an Arabic Bible, read Isaiah 42:8. Get back to me on this. Guys, see ya. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If not, again, comments down below. Be polite, or you go poof. I don't got the time or the patience to argue with people that don't want to just be polite. I don't mind you disagreeing, but you gotta be polite, okay? That's all I'm saying. Peace.